Hello guys, what's going on? Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to build a to-do list using local storage. So as you can see that I have some items in the list and we can add the items like I will add item like cocktails, okay, and you will get a nice message, okay. You can delete the items. So again you will get the message, you can edit the item, you can see the button of text is getting changed. So let's give to bread, okay, and the value got changed and we got a nice message, okay. And you can also do one thing, you can basically hence here we are using local storage, so if you reload the item will be still there, okay. So this is the main thing that we are going to focusing on, okay, building a to-do list using local storage. So we are having this local storage here, so I will show you, okay. So here as you can see in the local storage I have the 3 items. So once you reload the page, so it fetch all the 3 items. It check in the local storage, if item is there, then it's showing the item from the local storage. If it's not there, then it won't show. So let's assume I have remove all the item. So as of now list is empty, and if you reload, the list is gone. So there is no list in the local storage, okay. So this small application we are going to build in this video, and I have used Bootstrap in this video. So I will show you how you can set up the Bootstrap in your React. And apart from that, I have used a React icons npm package, so which is helpful to use icon like for delete and edit icon, okay. So before jumping into the VS Code, if you haven't subscribed my channel, then please subscribe this channel to get more awesome content on a React. Okay, so let's jump into the VS Code. So guys, as you can see that I have created a basic npm project, okay. So you can create the React project using command npx create react app and your app name, okay. So whatever the app name you have given, you can give your app name. Once the project is successfully created, you have to do a cd app name and then do npm start, okay. So before doing npm start, you have to install the one package react icons, okay. So you have to install this package. So I have already installed this package, so you need to install this package first, okay. And you can see that I have removed all the content inside the app function, so you have to do that way, okay. So please remove all the content inside the app function, okay. So after doing this unnecessary content removal from app function, then we have to do a bootstrap setup, okay. So you have to go to this link, okay, and you can paste this css file, okay. Copy this css file, okay, and you have to just come over into public, and in public you have to just paste here, okay. So I have already pasted, okay. Now what you have to do, you have to create one folder here, components. So first I will create the components, okay, and I will be also using some external style. So while implementing wherever I use external CSS style, I will inform you, like this style I have used. So there is not much external styling, okay. And I have given this background in the index.css. If you want, then you can give this background, okay. so it will look like me. Okay, and I will inform you where you have to add the class name and the CSS styling. Okay, so first I will create a file of alert. So first I will code this components, and other I will have list. Okay, so let's first work on the alert component. So I will use a RFC to generate a React snippet. So you can add this extension. This extension I am using. So you can install this extension in VS Code to generate the some React snippet. Okay. So this will receive type message remove alert, because we are also removing the alert after 4 or 5 seconds. Okay, so that's why we are doing that one. Okay, so I will remove this one, and I need use effect, and I will use effect like this way, and const timeout, set timeout, remove alert, and the error message will remove after 3 seconds. So I have given 3000 millisecond. Okay, and also we need to do a unmount. Okay, so because the message will get removed from UI, so this is the way to use the component will unmount in React hooks. Okay, and this is the list, and then we will return here class name, alert, type, and this is the message. So only this much we have to do in the alert component. Now come to list component. So in list again I will generate some React snippet, and I need two icon for delete and editing. Okay, React icons, and we need to import from Hunt Awesome. So I will use /fa edit fa trash, and this will receive items, remove item. So all this paraf we are going to passing from app.js file. Okay, so app.js file is the main file where we will be writing all the logic. Okay, and I will give the class name container. So this is the bootstrap class name. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. And items dot map item, and from item I will destructure ID and title. Okay, now I will return again, and this will be UL. Okay, so I will give the bootstrap class name here, so it will be list group flush. Okay, and the key will be id, and here again I will give a bootstrap class name. So list group, list group item, deflags, justify content between align items center, and here will be our the title. Okay, and we will be having one div, and I will give a inline styling float right, and I will have a button. So the type will be button, obviously. Class name edit btn, on click edit item. So I will pass the id. Okay, and I will use the icon fa edit. So same thing will be going for the delete as well. So I will copy this one, I will paste here, delete. Okay, and this will be remove item, and the icon will be trash. So that's it from this list component. Now this two component we will be using in our app.js file. Okay, so now come to app.js file, and in app.js file first I will import use state, use effect, and I will import the list component because we need it. Okay, so list, and sorry I forget to show you the class. So we have used this class edit btn and the delete btn. So you can see the styling. So edit btn, this is the common styling which we are applying for edit and delete, and the color. Okay, so the colors are different for both button, so that's why I'm using this separate here, and this is the common styling for edit and delete button. Okay, so that's it from the styling part in the list component. Now come to app.js file. I hope you have copied those style, and this will be alert, and I will use some state here. So name, set name, use state, and I will copy 4 times. Okay, so let's copy 4 times, and this will be a list, set list, and this will be an array. Now is editing, set is editing, and this will be false. Now this will be edit id, set edit id, this will be null, and alert. So alert, so it will be hit alert. Okay, and I will give some initial state. So false message and type. So this is the basic. Okay, now we have to style. Okay, so I will do some styling here. So I will remove this one and section, and I will give the class name. So here again I am using external CSS styling. So I will show you once I complete. And if we have any message, so I will show you the message. So alert. So if it's, I mean, if it's true, then we have to show the message. So I will use that component alert, and I will pass all the things. Okay, so alert, remove alert. So remove alert means show alert. So we need to write all this helper function. Okay, so we need to write all these helper functions. Let's first focus on designing this one. Okay, so I'll give s3 tag, and here I will be using inline styling. So margin bottom 1.5 rm, text align center, and the title will be to do list using local storage. Okay, so this is the styling, and we have to give the div class. So here I will be using bootstrap class. Okay, so mb3 form. So here I am using a external CSS styling. So I will show you all the styling once I complete input, and the type will be text, class name, this is again bootstrap class name, and placeholder I will give like exam bread on change. So set name, so we can hit the name directly here. So e dot target dot value, and value will be name, and we will be having a button. So this will be a type submit. Okay, and class name, so btn success. So again here bootstrap class name I am using, and the button text value get changed based on the mode. Okay, so if it says editing mode, okay, so the value of button will be edit, and if it's not in editing mode, means you have to submit. Okay, means you have to add the item, and this is for button. So the form will get closed here. Okay, and we will be having some list. Okay, so list dot length is greater than 0 means we have the list item. Then we'll be using one div, and again I will give here inline in style margin top to rem, and here I will use the list component that we created. So I will pass items is equal to list remove item. So again we have to create all this helper method. Okay, so remove item and edit item, and we will be having one more div class name. So this is the bootstrap class name. So I'm giving text center button. So I will give the bootstrap class name btn warning, and the name will be clear item. If you want to remove all the item at once, and it will having a on click handler, so clear list. So we have completed this one. Now we'll be just creating that function that handles submit show alert. So first we'll create all this to remove the error first of all. So handle submit. Then we have 1 second. I will copy couple of times. Then we have show alert. Okay. Then we have edit item, remove item, and clear list. Okay, remove item, edit item, and clear list. So let's see if anything error. Okay, so we got the form here. Okay, as of now it won't work because we have to write the logic for handle submit. Handle submit basically to create a new ID, new item with ID, and I will show you all the styling related to this file. So we have used section center and one form class name additional. So I'll show you all the styling. So this is the section center. So this is all the styling related to the app.js. Okay, so you can copy this styling in your index.css file, then it will look like this. Okay, so I hope you have copy all the styling, and that's it. The external styling. We don't have to do any styling. Now we have to only do a logic. Okay, so first we will handle the handle submit. We'll work on the handle submit. So let's start working on handle submit. So first we need to prevent the default browser behavior. So first we will check if there is a name. If there is no name, then I will show the alert. Okay, so in alert I will pass true, danger, and please enter value. Okay, and else if name is editing, set list then list dot map item. If item dot id is equal to edit id, so if it is in it's editing, so will be return title and name. So if you are basically submitting the editing item, then first we have to check if the id is matching with the edit id. If we have already list, okay, then we will spread out the item and we'll just edit the title, okay. So else it will return the item, okay. So this is for editing mode, okay. And now, so this is the first check that we have to do. Else we have to do a set name, okay. Set edit id to null. Set is editing to false, and so alert true success, and I will give the message value change. And the next we will have to write the else condition. So else show alert true success, and the name will be like item added to the list, okay. After that we will be adding the item. So const new item is equal to, so id, so I will generate some fake id here using new date. So dot get time and converting into the string, and the title name, and set list new item, and set name will be empty. So here first we are checking if user haven't entered any name, then we'll give enter value. Then it will check if the user is editing the existing list item, then this is for that condition, and in else part the new list item will get created. Now we'll writing the alert function here. So alert is receiving some argument. So if user doesn't pass anything, so it will be by default value I am giving so is equal to false, unless if user not providing any value. So this is some default value I am giving. So in JavaScript we give the default value in argument this way. If user by mistake hasn't passed anything, so set alert true danger item remove. Set list, so it will be empty, okay. Sorry, wrong I have written here. So set show alert, so we'll need to use the set alert, okay, and this will be show type and message. So let's see something we are getting or not. So let's add one item first. So I will add milk. So milk is added, and you can see the message is gone after 3 seconds. Now we need to add other logic like remove item, delete item. So one by one we are going to do that. So edit, show alert, true, danger, item removed, and set list dot filter item dot id. So this is the basic uh, filter logic to remove the item. So we have to filter whose item is not match, means whose item is not match, this will be there in the item, and whose item is match will be get removed from the list. So this is the basic logic to remove the item. So now let's remove one item. Since we haven't implement the local storage, so it won't persist. Okay, so we'll implement at the end. So let's see, it's deleting, not sorry, it's not deleting. Okay, now it's deleting. Let's see once again add. So let's wait for removing the message. Okay, so now I will remove. So item got removed. Now we have to write the logic for editing the item. So again it will accept the id const edit item. I will give edit item equal to list dot find item dot id, set is editing true, set edit id, set name. So edit item dot title. So now let's see whether edit is working or not. So I'll again reload and add meat. So item is added. Now I will click on edit icon. So you can see the text of button got changed. So from meat I will change to bread. Okay, so now value got changed. Okay, so the edit is also working. Now we have to remove all the item if user want to remove. So what we will do, so this is a very basic actually. So alert true, and we need to give the message. So danger empty list. Okay, so this is the message we want to show. So and it will just empty the entire list if you want to clear the list. So let's see. So I will add two items. So let's say item 1, item 2. So then I will clear all the item. So it's emptying the list as well. So we have completed the complete Odoo app. Now the last thing we have to implement the local storage. So here at the top I will write one logic. So const get local storage, get local storage, and so before writing this, what we have to do for the first render, so I will use huge effect and local storage. So you can use the set item and you can give the whatever name you want to give list. We need to do a JSON stringify list, and this effect will be run whenever user is adding the list, so it will update into the local storage as well. Now this is a helper method to check if we have item is already in local storage, then we have to display that item on the UI. Okay, so let's list local storage, and to get the item we use the local storage dot get item, and you have to give the same name whatever you have given the name here. Now if list there is any list, then return list is equal to, so we need to do a parsing here, json dot parse local storage dot get item list else return empty. Okay, now we have to use this one here actually. So we need to call whenever the page is mount. So if it's there in local storage, then it will return the list, else it will return the empty array. So the initial state either will head to empty array or with the list from the local storage. So let's check. So I will add again bread, milk. Okay, so these two items we have added. Let's reload the page. So item is still persists because we are successfully able to save the item in the local storage. We can also take into the application. So you can see that with the list we have two items in the list. So whenever it's render or reload, so it's check if the item is present in the list, then it's showing the list from the local storage. So this is the complete to-do list we have built with the help of local storage. And guys, I have forgot to add one class name, I mean styling. So in alert you can see that we have alert. Okay, so alert is receiving different types. So from app.js we are passing the type like danger or success. Okay, so these two type are we are passing, so we haven't give the styling in our index.css file. So based on the success or danger we have to we have to give this styling. So alert danger and alert success. Okay, so we are appending danger and success here, as you can see here we are appending the success and or danger here. So you can add this styling, and after adding this styling, if you add any item like tea, you can see this is green little bit, I mean, and if you remove, and this is little bit red. Okay, so that's it guys from this video, and I hope you enjoy this video and you have learned a lot from this small application using local storage. So you know how you can use the local storage in your application. So thank you so much guys for watching this video, and if you like this video then please press the like button and subscribe this channel to get more awesome content. Bye bye.